Pelicans right before All-Star Weekend. Let's get this game going. Let's go.
He is on Instagram. For behind-the-scenes access and exclusives you won't find anywhere else, check out the show's account at NBA2K_.
I'm only proud of the one game tonight, guys, just because of the point being that All-Star Weekend is tonight. I mean, All-Star Weekend's coming up, but I'm trying to make that a separate video, so
Hey,
let's get this game going. Let's get this one.
And thank you for joining us for this. And before we get,
Let's get this one.
David, thank you. From G League player to All-Star in short time.
And how lucky is this team to have a player like AI on it?
Very little locked
Here we
in
go.
at this point, Brent, but sometimes it feels like the best teams are just waiting for the playoffs to begin.
Well, there's always this idea about building up for the playoffs, and I think over the past 5 or 6 seasons, most of the talk
Westbrook
that we have is about
can't hit
those
the
teams
three.
being as healthy as they possibly can be. And I think that's the time in the season we're at now, Kevin. Make sure
Miller.
everybody
Blocked by Adams.
not just mentally.
Fournier,
Coaches
no.
got to keep their focus, right? I mean, that's tough to do.
The coaches do, but the good ones start that process maybe in the last 15 games of the season to try to ramp things up so that guys feel ready
Adams.
to go once the end of the regular season comes.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the
Buckets of three.
floor.
Yes.
Again from distance.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it.
I am now
all year.
5 away from breaking Curry's record again.
Journey for him as he moves closer and closer to second on the all-time three-point leaderboard.
And the records Curry set during his 2015 to 2017 years, this season joins them with that kind of offensive impact as he closes in on the second spot for 3.
Westbrook with it. Defended now by Fournier. 4 on the clock. Here's Buckets.
Buckets. Not that time. There's Adams.
Great
Yep.
positioning on the putback.
Adams, such a physical presence
That's
out there
crazy.
on the glass. This is
That
how
was
he gets a lot
rolled
of his
out.
points.
Buckets with a steal. Bucket step back. That's a 3. No.
It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Man, that's a clean shot too. You gotta sink.
Buckets
those.
another
He must be
steal.
disappointed that he blew that chance.
Paul George.
And
Yep.
good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. George has got
Buckets
his
1 for
first
3 to
points
start
in
for the
this
field.
one. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Fournier in the corner. Miller outside. New Orleans moving the ball around. Randall finds Holiday. 6 to shoot. Double team on Holiday. Over Westbrook.
Oh, they nope.
The shot misses. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Buckets. And
Buckets hits.
that time, but it drops. Buckets got 5. Pelicans still look like they're getting
Good
going.
start.
7-point differential. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Well,
Blocked.
Though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did.
Buckets. Nice move. Just can't finish.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Miller kicks to Diallo. And Adams sends it down.
Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at the Lakers, they couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And right now, the Thunder, they've been a surprise success, showing
Randall.
what they're really made
Back
of
out,
all
Fournier.
season long.
Here's Fournier.
Nope.
They get it back.
Diallo.
That is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
Well, you love the NBA, but some of these guys have the DNA. He also outworks everybody. Filthy combination.
He gets that one. Randall's got his second bucket of the night.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Yeah, pinpointing the rim protection with that attack. And
Buckets.
makes enough of an effort
No.
to stop him. Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
As much as Drew Holiday can contribute on the offensive end, Brent, with his scoring and playmaking, he's also a very capable defender.
Well, he's more than capable. He is one of the better defenders at that position, and the more years Drew Holiday has in the league, the more
Buckets.
he's got a notebook
Yep.
of what it is guys like to do and the things he can take away. Great hands, great lateral movement, and last year showed up in a big way defensively for Alvin Gentry.
Pass to Diallo. Back to Holiday.
Stolen by Westbrook.
With the steal. And the pass to Buckets.
Buckets. Hits another one for
Nice
three.
assist from Westbrook. 11 points for Buckets.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Fournier in the corner. And the Pelicans miss again.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Buckets. No.
Oklahoma City gets it back. And now it's a double-digit lead.
Yeah, Paul George athleticism sneaking in there, getting a second chance opportunity, and then he ends up cashing in.
And it's Buckets with the foul. That's his first foul. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Miller. Holiday against Westbrook.
Holiday.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook.
Foul, Russell
That
Westbrook.
is his first foul of the game. And Holiday kicks to Payton. Back to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run, and he makes that one.
Flawless pick and roll motion there, executed to perfection by Drew Holiday.
The Thunder leading by 9. Buckets guarded by Holiday.
Bucket to
Shot is
Adams.
good.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Holiday, the pass to Fournier. Takes the 13th.
Fournier, nope.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Man.
Buckets to Patterson.
Those kind of good looks, his team is in some serious trouble.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Payton kicks to Diallo. Dishes it to Holiday. Tipped away. It's Fournier on the wing.
Fournier hits a three. Timeout, OKC.
Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
So active defensively, and I love when they did force a turnover, they just
We're back in at the beginning of the second quarter.
Pass to George. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Lob pass to George. And now the Pelicans on the break. We've got Holiday. Diallo out there with Miller. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Okafor. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And New Orleans pushing it up now.
It's crazy.
Fournier.
Damn, bro.
3 for New Orleans.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside. And
George hit a foul.
Out of the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Buckets in that last game against the Trailblazers got the job done. He had 58 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he could follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level there.
Holiday, nope.
He showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
Westbrook wide open.
Westbrook,
It hits.
he lets it go. Nailed from three-point land.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Here's the one.
Alley-oop to Adams.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, not many times does Adams get his number called for plays like that, but the oop there looked good.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock.
There's Holiday, banks it in.
The bucket.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Down low.
Oh,
Miller with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kicks it to Holiday. Okafor in the post. Defended by
Okafor.
Buckets. That's it in the
Good shot there from Okafor.
Down to 6 and the bucket from Okafor.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
Outside for George. Here's Buckets. Offensive rebound.
Paul
And he uses
George.
the glass on the layup. 9 points for Paul George.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Here's Fournier.
Fournier.
Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Oh.
The Thunder leading by 6. Westbrook finds Patterson in the corner. George with it. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Buckets. No good with the triple.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Yeah.
Holiday against Westbrook.
Any good ones?
Diallo kicks to Holiday. The dish to Fournier. Shot clock at 6. And it's New Orleans.
God damn it,
scoring
Fournier.
again.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Really?
Buckets is guarded by Fournier. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
If you're going in amongst the threes, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with
Yeah, that's
how
that
he
one.
approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
You probably ain't as far as I am. I ain't fucking up the 4 o'clock in
And
the morning.
Adams sends it back.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. They got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
All George.
And each bucket at this point feels
And the All-Star
like a
game's coming up
backbreaker.
after this game.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. There's so many great point guards in the league right now. Brent, which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry is still at the point guard position does so many unique things, Kevin. Playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but two of my favorites to watch.
Buckets passes to Patterson. Buckets is guarded by Fournier. Back to Patterson. To the wing on the left. Passes it to George. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. No good from Buckets. Pelicans trail by 8. Outside Holiday. Pass to Fournier.
Fournier,
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Okafor's got his second bucket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Julius Randle's checked in for the Pelicans. Etwan Moore comes in for Darius Miller. Things get clearer and clearer as we move.
Hey, Rookie of the Year. I'm averaging 32.6 points per game.
The top rookies around the NBA. So many great young stars. Take a
Nah,
look at Buckets.
hit the record. I already have the record.
He has proven again and again that he's the cream of the crop.
56
He's in the
points
top
per game.
spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
Oh
And
my
there's
God, that's
no
my
more
fourth
deserving
turnover.
candidate.
That
Any
was
other
horrible.
outcome than
Don't
him
foul.
lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Me too. And it's the way that he's just sustained his level of play for the entire season. So consistent. No
Yeah,
major
right after this
peaks,
game
no
with
huge
Detroit.
valleys. It's pretty impressive stuff and heady stuff from a rookie.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession.
Timeout, and now I'm heading back
And
to
that does
half.
it for the first half of play.
Hey there. Well, look, the field's been announced for the three-point contest, and for the first time, you are on the list.
Oh, yeah.
How much are you looking forward to this?
I only love my bed.
How much are you looking forward to your first three-point contest?
Huh?
I'm fired up.
I'm fired
No,
up.
I'm
I think it's the best part of the All-Star Saturday. The fans love it. It's really competitive. And the winner gets bragging rights for a whole.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right
Hell
back
no.
after halftime to start.
A three-point contest?
I know that shit is hard. I did pretty well last year.
Why can't they just let you take the shot like you normally
Yeah, I know it's
And we
complicated,
resume our
but I
Valentine's
did
Day
pretty well
broadcast.
last year.
Glad to have you with us.
I got
And
21.
Buckets has
Won a couple
really
times.
been making it
I
happen.
didn't miss
It
your
just makes
average.
a difference when the offense is running through.
I'm
him.
getting
He
better.
just
The
keeps
dunk
everyone
contest is more
on ball.
confusing.
And he controls the pace for his team. So what
Then
does
you
that
have to
do?
press some
That
random
forces the
buttons.
opponents to play at his speed. He
Yeah.
can dictate a lot out
Oh,
there.
no. 40.
And
Hey,
one
block!
for Billy Donovan as we
Is
get
that
into
called
the
block?
second half. Patterson
I
is
didn't
the
even
four
get
with
a,
Adams in the middle.
yeah, that's right, block
Buckets
it.
is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's George
Yeah.
in the small forward position. Three-pointer, and he nails it. The three-pointer falls from Buckets.
come over.
Buckets got the first points to start off the third quarter for the
Yeah.
Thunder.
Bucket stolen my buckets after the three.
Lay in my bed. And
Shoots
just
the
give her
three.
that good fucking.
And
Buckets
the Thunder
again.
got another three.
Yeah.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're
Wait,
going to have to change some
I'm
things
two
up.
away now
The
from
classic
tying
catch-22
stuff.
guy
okay.
right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open
For
up
second
other
place
opportunities
in all
for
time
his
in the
teammates to
season.
have good looks.
3-point makes.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It
Out
was
bounds.
last touched
Still
by
the
George.
longest ball.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And checking out New Orleans. Just need to take it a game at a time.
Just trying to
I
get
think for
his
New Orleans, they've had their
another
chances
double-double
to
tonight,
kind of
20
separate
points, 8
themselves from the
assists.
pack this season, but so far they haven't been
Still
able
no
to
rebounds for
capitalize
Buckets still
on
tonight.
those opportunities.
It's got to be frustrating
And that's
for them
not
so
a
far
first
this year.
for me this
Anytime
year.
it's appeared that they're ready to break
Oh,
out
how
or
is that?
suffered some sort of regression, it has them stuck right there in the middle of the standings.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Buckets looking for a crossover here. That's to
Buckets
Westbrook.
passes to Westbrook.
Westbrook. Buckets wants it. Wide open.
Deep
That's a
three-point
three.
range.
Too strong. They were too
Pelicans
far
pull
away
it in.
anyways.
Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That'll be just
Buckets
one
are
game
7
played
of
away
16.
from home for them.
And they've only
Wants the
connected
ball back
on
though.
one of
Buckets,
four to
wide
start the
open
half.
three. Knocks it down.
For three.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him as they have all season long.
And GA, with his performance, he is now tied for second for most threes in a season.
Buckets has just tied Steph Curry for most threes in a season.
Curry in 2017,
Well, second all time.
324 made threes
I think the first
in
time all
what was
time
one
is
of the
the
most
Ray Allen.
dominating
It's about to end
seasons
soon.
ever by a shooter.
I think Curry.
I don't know. I keep saying that Curry's second.
Here's
Buckets to try again. Nope.
No good on the three. Pelicans trail by 20. Knocks it
Hey,
loose.
Buckets with a steal.
He
His
kicks to
third,
George.
fourth, fifth steal. Buckets,
Fires
that's
the
a three.
Good.
Knocks it down.
From three.
And that three-pointer pushes
Later,
him
like
further
seven.
up the all-time ladder.
He does indeed, Greg, and the next mark on his list is the top spot. What a season to remember.
And most remember that 2017 season from Curry. That mark of 324 made threes has now been eclipsed, and only the amazing 2016 effort stands above it.
There's the pass to Buckets.
Buckets, another three. Nope.
A three-pointer off the mark. And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Here's Fournier. That went off the back iron and out.
Right.
Well, PG played his first
Buckets
seven
a three.
seasons in
Nope.
Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference
I am now 9 of 21.
Finals appearances, and that
Field tonight. I've
playoff
had a
PG
bad night
moniker
shooting,
that
but
he
just
came
keep
up with,
shooting it. You'll give
it
me the
holds
ball.
true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were
Buckets a
about to
three.
rebuild, I think Paul
Nope.
George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
Fournier gets a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 6 assists here tonight. Buckets. He's guarded by Fournier.
Yeah, that's my name on my thing.
Unloads from 13. Westbrook pulls it
At
in.
Buckets.
A lot of fans in Indiana upset with Paul George for deciding to leave.
I'd rather
Do
have
they
Buckets.
have a point, Brent, or is that unfair?
I think it's a little unfair, Kevin.
Because of
7
this
great
shit.
years from Paul George.
Oh my
Obviously
God,
had
my
to
sixth
recover
turnover.
from the leg injury and came back strong, but PG wanting to go somewhere where he could win a title, and that's a decision that every player has to make. PG thought somewhere else he might have that opportunity and maybe more chances to do so.
Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
We're going
And
at
they
7
let
o'clock.
things get out of hand. Good time.
I can go with
to
you guys.
reconvene.
Alright, fine.
No, I want him to.
This one.
They're just on the wrong end right
Hey.
now. A big run, and they need to play
325 all
the
time.
momentum of the game.
Some changes for New Orleans. Okafor comes in
What?
for Shaq Diallo. And Ian Clark subbed in for Miller.
Nah.
High post try. Misses
Yeah, I am struggling.
off the left iron.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time. The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Westbrook. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Man, you see his eyes.
Yeah.
Westbrook never getting off the rim there, and he has the focus to absorb the contact and still convert. So interesting with Russell Westbrook, never really touted or championed growing up, but if you go to UCLA, you have to be halfway decent, don't you, Kevin? 5'8" stick figure back in high school and came off the bench his freshman year at UCLA, and I just don't think anybody saw
Buckets, that's a
what
three.
was coming out of
Yep.
Russell Westbrook, but we're appreciating it now.
And defensively, you have got to
29.
extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Clark for three.
Clark, that's a three.
Drills
Yep,
the
BS is
three-pointer.
right back.
Clark's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Well, I got Randall.
Buckets. He's defended by Randall. Here's
Buckets
Buckets.
a deep three.
And the
Knocks it
Thunder,
down.
Another 3.
And that's from beyond
32 for Pat Buckets, who's continuing to knock down his
nice
3-point
response
shots
there,
tonight.
leaving a voicemail in return from the three-point line.
He is now
Looks
9
like
of
we're seeing
21
similar game
from
plans
3.
right now.
To the inside, Clark.
That was not
He
my
takes
guy.
it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Clark's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Buckets, another
Passing
3.
is something he
Knocks
does
it
very
down.
well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
And no matter
10
who it is,
three-pointers
that
tonight
kind
for
of
Buckets,
D
who
isn't
right now
going
has
to
the
get it done.
record for most of the game at 14.
Knocked away.
Buckets, wide open
Buckets.
again. We'll try again. And hit
it's
again.
Oklahoma City.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't
Timeout, New
Now a
Orleans.
timeout called by New Orleans. Brent, we have bigs playing a different kind of game in the NBA now.
Yeah, it feels like skill is taking over, and even last year in the playoffs, so much talk for us about the idea of not being able to play a big center.
Yo, Pat.
What?
I'll call you back.
Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments
Buckets.
between wanting parity, Brent,
Step back.
and
Shoot
recognizing
the 3.
there are
One
always
go. Rebound,
going
back
to
it up.
be super teams. Is there middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better, younger talent has decimated.
What do you call that?
I don't have a term for it. I
Okay.
don't like the one that's used, so
Yeah.
I don't have a term for it.
Mhm.
Let's just call it setting yourself up for the future, Kevin.
Looking ahead.
Yes, exactly. So I just don't think you'll ever get it. You do hope that some of the starving franchises do have some success for the fans who have just, they've had to bear a lot. So you root for them.
Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Fournier out there with Simmons. And it's Miller in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Okafor is checked in for Miller. Williams comes in for Simmons. And Ian Clark subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Pass to Westbrook. Over Holiday.
Westbrook,
Again,
yes.
Oklahoma City.
The effort from Russell just tremendous there, and that's what he's known for. He just keeps making tough shots against good defense.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Westbrook. Holiday goes in, and it's good for 2.
Oh, guys, that's an impressive spin move there. Didn't think he had a handle like that.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Passes it to Abrinas. Dishes to Grant. Adams outside. Kicks it to Grant. Pass to Buckets. Here's Abrinas. Pulls up. And the shot is long.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Outside Holiday. That one doesn't go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Abrinas the pass to Buckets. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Buckets 39.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
And Holiday kicks to Okafor. Back to Holiday. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Okafor up top. Clark for 3. The Thunder pull it in. Adams the pass to Buckets. Back to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. The pass to Buckets. Just 4 to shoot. Shot on the wing. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Clark. He kicks it to Holiday. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Fournier. Here's Williams. Westbrook pulls it in.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Pass to Abrinas to the middle. Here's
Buckets. Nice pass.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Inside, looking to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
Down low, here's Grant.
And there is the double-doubles for buckets.
Grant can move out there as a big. Firm screen and great cut.
New Orleans has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. To the inside, here's Okafor. Some solid defense from Grant.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
From the arc, but they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And it's Buckets with the foul. Well, that'll be his third foul so far. New Orleans making a switch here. The Owls checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Passes to McDermott. About a quarter of the players in the NBA were born outside the USA. Brent, could that percentage swell to half within a couple decades?
I don't think we're ever going to get that far with foreign-born players, but it's exciting to see all the representation around the league. We've certainly had some standouts, and I'm a little bit sad that this year might be the last year we see one of the most incredible players, if not the best European player the league's ever seen, in Dirk Nowitzki, probably retiring in Dallas after the year.
And that one's good by Clark.
Enjoyed that unselfish play from Holiday for that swing pass to the open teammate.
1:39 left to play in the final quarter. Picked him clean. It's stolen by Adams.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's. 4 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact
this game's anyway over. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Have a
he came in with a